So given that, like, clearly you were doing all this work and getting a lot of help from other organizations to raise awareness, and that, as you were saying, you had over 40,000 Facebook followers, clearly you were doing the hard work to raise awareness yourself. Why come to Kickstarter at all? Like, why not just go directly and ask all the people that you come in contact with to fund you without using Kickstarter?
Well, I think that there's something with these kind of campaigns, whether it's Kickstarter or Indiegogo, or there's so many now.
Mm.
There's a sense of excitement and urgency that I think that fuels the donor pool, shall you say, and it makes people really excited to be part of a group that's helping a great cause. And there was definitely this amazing wave that we were riding, and in fact, when our Kickstarter campaign ended, I woke up the next day and I was like, oh, what am I going to do today? Because there was such an excitement of this strategizing, and oh my God, someone just donated $500. Oh my God, another person gave us $1,000. Oh my God, we had 30 people donate $5 the past hour. Whatever it was, or we had this blogger, Daily Costs and Outside Magazine and Surfrider. I mean, they all wrote beautiful blog posts, which they sent out to all of their members and fans, and it was just an amazing. You really feel like you're part of something. Mm. So even I, as the person that set up the Kickstarter campaign, and for the donor, we were all part of this amazing, exciting bubble. So that's why I think it's great. You just feel like you just take off on this momentum, and it just feels terrific. And I've yet to be able to do that on my own in this fast and furious way.
Mm. And how much do you think Kickstarter's own community kind of played into that? Like, did you find that a lot of it was coming from Kickstarter, or was it almost exclusively?
Actually, in our case, very, very little came from the Kickstarter, because they give us those statistics as well. And it was less. It was about 6%, I think, or 7%. So you got to do your work.
Yeah.
No one should think that you put something up on Kickstarter and it just happens. If it does, you're very lucky. But it's about doing a lot of work, a lot of homework, and aligning yourself to run a successful campaign.
So you talked about contacting a lot of other like-minded organizations, asking them to sort of help out. Was this something that you did entirely before the campaign, or while the campaign was running, or was it just you did all the ones you could think of before you started and just kept going after the campaign started?
Yeah, it was definitely a combination of effort. I mean, some bloggers we contacted prior to our Kickstarter launch. Some did not respond. And then in the height of our Kickstarter campaign, when we reached out again and they saw the excitement, they were more than willing to then blog themselves about our campaign. And again, I think that goes back to the whole, it takes a village. Mm-hmm. When other people see and hear of the excitement, they become even more willing to open up and engage and be very helpful. And, we had everyone from international bird rescue foundations to plastic pollution coalition, amazing organizations just kind of step up to the plate and help us reach our goal. I mean, they all know that the film that we're making is very essential, and we're hoping that many, many people will be able to see our finished feature, and it will influence many as well.
And how do you hope to help that to happen, like once the film is actually, produced and through post-production?
Well, we're strategizing. As we strategized our Kickstarter, we're strategizing an even larger release of our film. And again, there's a team of us doing that, but we're hoping that it's something terrific, and we're hoping to premiere at a big film festival, and hopefully there'll be a theatrical release. And more importantly, we hope that our feature film will be downloadable, that people in all types of everywhere, all over the world, every country could see our film. And most importantly, we hope that it's used for education. We're hoping as many children and educators as possible will see our film.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think obviously having it available online is a very large part of that, whether it's like up on YouTube or whether it's pay for download. Which actually brings me to, I thought it was another interesting point. As far as I could see from the reward levels that you had on the project, although it didn't seem to be stated clearly, it appeared that you didn't actually have any physical product rewards except for, I think, some printed posters, photographs, so like no DVDs. The soundtrack didn't say if it was physical media or not, but
no, it's downloadable. We try to make every reward as green as possible. So obviously our film is not about, our film is about overconsumption and about affecting and changing our behaviors that have led us to this horrible plight that our oceans are just filled with plastic. In our oceans right now, in any given point of our oceans, there is 4 to 40 times more plastic on a molecular level than there is plankton, which is just really startling. So it was really important to us that we were not adding to the issue. So most of our rewards were either downloadable. We have pictures that were used for screensavers. There are a few perks at the larger amounts that our director, who is also a photographer, he himself on recycled paper is printing photographs. We're not sending it to a lab. We're not, we're doing, it's all loving hands at home. So we just tried to do everything as green as possible, not to add to packaging or, mailing, as little mailing as possible, all of that.